Hey there! Before we dive in, let me introduce the channel. Welcome back to the Biofield Hacker channel. Before we dive in, just a quick note. Nothing I share here is medical, psychological, legal, or financial advice. It's purely educational and informational, and I'm sharing my own experiences and insights in the hopes that it helps you. Apparently I can't talk today either. You're fully responsible for your own discernment, decisions, actions, and results. All right, enough of that. Today we're going to be talking about unconditional love. Just in time for February. I love love, all kinds of love, all relationships, self love, people love, all over the place. So let's talk a little bit about it in the hopes that you'll not only celebrate it in February, but celebrate it every day. And what I mean by that is unconditional love for yourself and others is one of the highest vibrations. It's the purest of energies, if you will. Sadly, proverbial mud, as I like to call it, prevents us humans from expressing it as a verb. So what do I mean by a verb? Love is an action. How we show up for others and ourselves with care, commitment, integrity, and removing the masks. The courage to be authentically vulnerable. As I did on a previous video, let's do a you and them to talk about maximizing energy flow. So a you versus them. So let's talk about you first. The foundation of truly living love as a verb requires first being whole within yourself. If you don't fully love and accept yourself, you can't show up as your best self for those you love. Many societal and familial narratives suggest that if you love yourself first, it's selfish. But the irony is that until you love yourself enough to set boundaries and model unconditional love for yourself, your ego will actually block your ability to truly love others unconditionally. Until you understand the value of holding space and fully accepting your whole being, you won't have a framework for loving others in a pretty healthy way. Actually, in a healthy way, not a pretty healthy way. If you don't wholly love yourself, the lens through which you perceive partnership and reciprocity will be clouded by ego, pride, a need for external validation, or any other unconscious pattern that distort love in action and fragment the energy. When you unconditionally love yourself, flaws and all, then you're able to truly love others. So now let's talk about how you can operate with them from a full love flow energetically and what it can look like. You can lean in and hold space for their whole being because you already have a model for how you do it for yourself. Because you're whole, you can show up fully without expectation or need, and you can prioritize the connection. You can intuit when and how to be there, not to seek validation or recognition, but simply because they need you. You can lend an ear, a shoulder, or inner warrior when they're weary. You understand that your role isn't to save them, because you've already healed that hero complex that we talked about in a previous video, but rather to hold them up and remind them of their own strength. Love in action is showing up consistently, being a safe space of trust for their intricacies and vulnerabilities. Love in action is listening deeply to truly understand another's fears, dreams, concerns, and challenges, and that's all without judgment or interruption. And in that listening, when conflict or friction arises, love is choosing forgiveness and grace. Now let me be clear, understanding doesn't mean condoning behavior, but rather holding space with unconditional love for the human condition. We're all flawed. Love is communicating with truth and compassion, being honest in a way that builds rather than breaks, and speaking from love rather than ego, balancing kindness with firm boundaries. Love is being courageous. Courage isn't about having all the answers or simply taking risks. It's the willingness to be seen as you truly are, without masks or pretense. It's about showing up authentically even when it feels uncomfortable or even uncertain. It's owning your own failures as growth lessons and showing up authentically always. Because just like unconditional love, authenticity is the highest vibration, the purest form of energy. Unconditional love shouldn't come with terms and conditions. It's unconditional by definition. The more you lean into this, the more you grow. The more you empower those you love to do the same. And with that, you're mastering quantum entanglement in energies because you're allowing both parties to energetically flow and vibrate high. And without even knowing it, you're probably helping someone else transmute their proverbial mud in the process. So know that every moment of every day, you're making choices. Choose love by taking action. Live it like a verb. And as I like to do, let's talk about the quick hack to help you do that. So I want you to think about it. Every single person in this world has someone that they love, no matter what you've been through in your life. I want you to close your eyes and think about that person. When you think about that person, focus on that purest love that you have for that person. Really allow it to engulf you, your body, your mind, your soul. It may be a child, it may be a significant other, it may be a family member, it may be an elder. Whoever it is for you, just close your eyes and visualize it and feel it with every piece of your being. Now that you're completely feeling it with your entire being, picture that feeling and knowing surrounding you into a huge love bubble. And then visualize it getting bigger and bigger, up to the sky, down to the ground, all around you. Now expand that into the entire globe. When you're done with the visualization, open your eyes and ask yourself these questions. What would happen if you actually allowed those proverbial layers of noise and mud to be washed away and operated only from that place of love, only from that love bubble that we just visualized? What would happen? What would happen if you rawly and vulnerably acted from that core of love and heart in every thought, every behavior, every communication, decision, and action? How would you show up in the world? And how would your world be different for both you and others? That's what builds the foundation for our commonalities. Challenge yourself today to hold on to that with all your thoughts, your actions, behaviors. Really live that. Don't allow that truth to be distorted with all the noise going on today. Don't allow the world to fragment that highest form of energy and vibration. Don't allow the noise to bastardize and fragment who you really are at your core and staunch the flow, the beautiful flow of your energy and raw power. And if you don't mind, share the love back with me. If this video resonated with you, please don't forget to show it some love by liking, subscribing, or sharing it with others, because I always appreciate the reciprocal love. Until next time, may your day be filled with copious amounts of love.